with that, I will comments with Coach Dave.
Maturity has 2 cows in it. To me, the snugger under she's more correct across her top line out of the way. The tail sets between her fins a little more directly, and the somewhat bigger cow. You see her from the side, the other is kind of there. Just nearly a little longer with the lower attachment. Body bigger cows a little higher, a little wider in the rear of the attachment. But really a nice pair of cows.
We have one entry in the Brown Swiss Milking Shorthorn Senior Year event. Thank you, other comments.
Our senior year living now stands in a year and 10 months, so she's still very, very immature. But another that's tied on there like you'd like to see, keeps that are well placed on the floor of the other. I hear that it's very dairy and certainly big enough to be a mountain father.
That first place went to Arthur's Grand Slam Dale, shown by Kyle Springler. Arthur's Farms has played over the city. Over in the Jersey Ring, the milking fall dairying efforts have just been placed 3 in the class. Third place to Evergreen Farms Black Bumblebee, shown by Katie and Julie Clark. And second is Highview Governor Selena, shown by Jim Hill, and Sons from here in Minnesota. And first and best item. First and best item goes to Meadow Ridge Roosevelt Parade, shown by Roger Raby, Meadow Ridge jerseys from Wisconsin. Also best item in the class. Mark.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, just in our Falcon Yearling class, we've got 3 jerseys out here, and at this time of the year, they're all just a few weeks fresh, but this first one's pretty much on the money here today, and she's a young cow there with a beautiful, long, tall frame, and it's her mammary system here today that sorts her up throughout the class. Just an exceptional udder. It's very tight to the fork body wall. It's very high up in the rear udder, and that beautiful size and shape to your teeth underneath her. And she just uses that snugness of mammary system and the style of mammary system to go over the cow in second. Second over third are closer placing. Again, these are just a few weeks fresh, and these cows are going to continue to change. But I think our second cow, to me, when you see her on the move, has just got a little bit more cow in the body department, and she's just deeper both fore and rear rib. And when I stand behind her, I think we just see a little bit more added width to that rear udder and a little bit more height added. But I'll grab maybe the cow in third is just a little more level on the floor here today. But real nice winner to start this cow show off. Congratulations.
In the Milking Full Yearling class, Holstein Show, third place, You Do Enjoy Advent Luxury, owned and shown by Joseph, Zach, Jerome, and Marion Stronsky. Second, to Bella Ridge, Go for the Grove, and First Junior, bred or owned by Kayla Kruger from Wisconsin. And first, and best other, the Heatherstone Malintia, owned by Chelsea Lee Holzbach from Wisconsin, and congratulations, Chad.
Certainly 3 lovely cows here to start off our milking cow class in your senior yearling and milk class. This first cow for me, really starting analyzing her, it's hard to find anything wrong with her. A cow that for me is big enough, she's straight enough, she's angular, she's clean cut, she's got a beautiful rib. But today I just give her an advantage on how she flexes her hock today. When you get out on the side of her, she's a bit wider through the floor of her chest. She tracks a little bit nicer in her front legs. No doubt the second cow, tremendous frame cow. We love the size, the scale, the length, the stretch. It's a beautiful dairy, angular, clean cut cow today. And that's what gives her the advantage today over our third place cow. Just more effort all the way through. A little bit more deeper through the seam of her crease today, through between her rear quarters. Beautiful cow coming along in third. Once again, congratulations. Really a nice trio of cows here for senior yearling.
Over the Holstein Rings, he won the hunting catalogs of the Milking Full Yearling heifers. There were 3 of them. 564 was third. 566 was Ella. 567 was second and First Junior. 568 was first. Heatherstone Melanie, shown by Chelsea Lee Holzbach, Wisconsin. When we have a moment here, I'd like to mention over in the Holstein ring all the people helping out here at the table and beyond to make this go. We have Lindsay Warden from Holstein USA and Steve Peterson from Holstein USA. Randy Blodgett from Holstein World Publisher is here with Kayla Jennings, also the Holstein World Editor. Heidi Anderson, Minnesota Holstein Association, along with Bill Butterfuss and Laura Rosenhammer, both from the Minnesota Holstein Association. We thank you so much for the help. Very much appreciated. Over in the Brown Swiss, we have a similar crew. We have Michaela Kaladeski, Brown Swiss Ambassador, and Michaela Earth, a Brown Swiss Ambassador, helping with the awards and the process of the show. Deb McDermott Johnson with the Minnesota Brown Swiss Association, and Julie Evers and Lori Reed, Minnesota Brown Swiss Association volunteers. We really thank you for being part of it and working with us here at the Minnesota State Fair and in your group show. Over in the Jersey ring, the placing in the Jersey Mountain Fall Yearling efforts as follows. 839 and 840 were scratched. 841 was third, 842 first for Meadow Ridge Roosevelt Murray, and second to 845. 844 was scratched, and again 843, 844 were scratched, and 845 was second. When we're mentioning people who know in the Jersey breed, sitting at the table and helping us with the entire show is Rhonda Johnson with the American Jersey Cattle Association, a representative. Sean Hughes, the leader. Dave Weinstein, help keeps the boat going. Then Andrew Newman, dairy attendant today. Glad to have her here. Megan Skiba, Jersey Parish School Work Week. And thanks for the help over there and all the work you're doing. It's a pleasure at this point to introduce again, and she was with us yesterday, our Princess Kay of the Milky Way, the sixth little one over there, and it's Martina McWilliams. And with that, let's give her a nice round of applause, please. Princess Kay of the Milky Way, and some words.
Thank you. I'm very excited that I got to come back for the second day of the show and get to see some of the beautiful cows that we have that are amazing representations of their breeds that I have had every one of the 7 major breeds on my farm, but it is amazing to come down here and to see the hard work that everyone that is showing is doing to have these cows and keep them cool and content on these hot days, and also even take care of their farms back home. It is great that they can be the first cows that most of the public and the fairgoers see here today, and I'm lucky to say that the fairgoers are seeing the best of the best here, and I'm very happy that everyone could come out and bring them. I'd like to wish everyone congratulations for all the work that they did in the morning show, and a good luck for the rest of the judging they have for the day. And I want to thank you all again for having me. I'm very excited to be here and to get to see some of the dairy farmers that I'm very happy to represent for this next year. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Princess Kay, Mary Jean McWilliams. Over in the Rose Swiss Ring, the junior 2-year-old cow class has just been completed. In third places are CIE Port Haven Joel Diana, shown by Trevor Truman and Bud John Farms. And second was Pit Crew Zeus Taboo, shown by the Pit Crew Genetics, Conrad, Voss, Sonic, and Trav. And winning the class was Juku Lady Beretta, shown by Beth Nelson Farms from Wisconsin. Congratulations to them, and here are the reasons.
In this junior 2-year-old class, 2 really youthful-looking junior 2-year-olds here at the top. First gal, best ever in the class. She has the height with her level 4 of her attachment. A heifer that's got a lot of overall style and balance. Heifer in second, I think, fits in, maybe not quite as correct in her tail setting, but another very youthful one. Both heifers track extremely well under the good play. Have the advantage of overall smoothness and blending of parts. Comes the third heifer, a very dairy individual. Not quite as correct at the top of the rear udder. correct in full letter attachment, she has in the first and second place. Heifer in third, certainly looks like a lot of help in the class. She's dairy, she's clean, much cleaner up third, head and neck, more correct in her tail setting. Maybe not quite as good at the top of the rear end as the next gal. The next gal, a big, powerful, strong heifer, just needs to go home a little more.
The placings in the Brown Swiss Junior 2-year-old cow class just completed. Entry 248 was fifth, 49 was seventh, 50 was second, 51 was third, 52 was scratched, 53 was first place, Jubilant Lane, Florida, Beth Nelson, Nelson Farms, Wisconsin. 254 was 8, 255 was 6, and 256 was 4. We have a special needs announcement here for Elton Fostermeyer. The caddy out in the parking lot indicated that his car is still running and they would like him to deal with it. It's in block 55 by the park light. The license plate is 845 KIG. And please, Mr. Fostermeyer, or if someone knows him, please give him the word that he needs to attend to the car at this point. Over in the Holstein ring, the junior 2-year-old cal class has just been completed. In third place, and also first junior, is Rosedale Fancy Pants D. Honey, shown by Julia Nunes, Scientific Holstein, Wisconsin. Second in the class to Miss Duckett, Barbara Duckett, shown by Michael and Julie Duckett and John Hardesty and Sons, Wisconsin and Virginia. First place and best other, the Marcel Atwood Burka, owned by Michael II and Julie Duckett from Wisconsin, and congratulations.
Quite a lovely class here in your junior 2-year-old class. This first cow, she just wows you on her frame. Cow that comes in, you love the uphill run, the stretch, the length from end to end. She's got that beautiful ring presence about her, the clean cutness, the dairy, and the angularity, and a cow that moves exceptionally well for a cow as massive and framey as she is. Today she's just more cow than a beautiful silky cow coming along here in second. She's wider through the chest floor. She just got so much more spring and openness both in fore and rear rib. Just a bit more cow today, but what a lovely dairy, clean cut, angular cow today. But she has more spring and openness to both the fore and rear rib. Just a little bit more cow all the way through. I prefer the slopes for hooks to pins a bit nicer on her second cow than her third cow, but her third cow is for me the second best udder cow in the class. I love the height, the width, the veins all over it. A cow that moves exceptionally well, and I give her the advantage today. She's a little bit nicer in a hock. I prefer the set to her hock than the real beautiful dairy cow coming along here in fourth. The fourth cow, not the biggest cow in the class, but certainly another cow that's all quality. You love the height and width, the bloom, the fullness of the top of the rear udder that takes her over, the clean cut, sharp cow coming along here in fifth. Fifth and sixth, very similar cows that beautiful frames. You love the dairiness, the angularity. Maybe you like to see a little bit more horsepower up front to get them any higher. But an exceptional class here in your junior 2-year-old class in your Holstein division. Congratulations.
With the junior 2-year-old cattle class just completed, 15 in it. If you'd like to mark the your catalog, we'll give you the placings right now. Catalog 572 was 15. 571 was 6. 74 was out. 573 was 10. 575 was 11. 576 was 9. 580 was 7. 582 was 14. 585 was third and first junior. 586 was 8. 593 was 7. 587 was 5th. 588 was 12. 591 was first. Morrison after Burke, shown by Michael, second at Julie Duckett from Wisconsin. 592 was 13, and 596 was 4. Looking now over to Bronx senior year 2-year-old class just completed. Third place is Perfect Cheesecake, shown by Perfect Best Farm, Kathy Earth, Perfect Best Farms here in Minnesota. Second, Dave Cole, Victor Cody, shown by Joe Cowles, David Cowles, Vetco Swiss. First, to Millville Galaxy Grace, shown by Aiden Hostile, Jamie Swift from Wisconsin. And here are the comments made.
Our senior 2-year-old class, just a little more cal here in the winter. We you see her go from the side profile, she's a little deeper in her rear rib, a little higher and wider in her rear rib attachment than is the cow in second place. Second place cow, doubly effort. Not quite as mature, looking all the way through, a little tighter in her rib structure than our winner is, but you like the overall length of line that she has. She has an advantage in correctness, shape and size of teats. The way the teats are placed on the udder floor over the darn cow coming up third. A cow that's a little more prominent over her tail. She has the advantage in size, scale, balance, and power over the next cow.
Just completed the junior 2-year-olds on the Jersey show, and in third place was Woodmore Deer Fever, shown by Woodmore Farms from Wisconsin. Second to Discovery Tequila Jolene, shown by Lisa Demmer, Minnesota, winning the class. And in first place was Meadow Ridge Roosevelt Susie, exhibited by the Roger Reedy family, Meadow Ridge Jerseys, Wisconsin. Congratulations.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the jerseys, if you love jerseys or not, this is quite a group of cows all the way down the line. Just beautiful quality young cows. But our junior 2 here coming out in first, just an exceptional cow. Cow with a great frame, very stylish, moves extremely well, but she also has the best udder in the class. And she uses that quality of frame, the dairiness, the silkiness, the femininity to go with the cow in sex. In addition, I made our first cow best udder. To me, it's just a little longer through that 4-udder, Catherine. It shows me a little bit more venation when you stand right behind her. It's a freckle bit higher on it. It's also a little more level at the floor of the udder than the cow in second. I don't want to be picky on this cow in second. Also a beautiful cow. Beautiful frame on her, very open in her rib. And she just has a little bit more overall frame to go over the cow in third. Like you see from the side, there's more depth in both floor and rear rib. You stand behind it, it's just a little wider throughout. But I don't want to be hard on this cow in third. Also a very high quality cow, very dairy, feminine, clean, and she's extremely great in her udder quality. To me, she just shows me a little bit more quality of mammary system, more venation, a little more silkiness to her hide and silkiness to the udder than the cow in fourth. Fourth over fifth, to me, close placing. I think the cow, and then when you see them on the move, there's a little bit more cow in her length of frame, spring of rib, and just capacity of frame here today. But like I said, just a tremendous class of cows all the way down the line. Thank you.
At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce you to Ken Mueller from Elgin View Farms, and has a presentation to make. Ken?
Thank you, Larry. In 2006, in honor of my father who loved this bear, we started an award called the Elgin Award in honor of Carl Miller and Elgin View Farms. This award has been presented every year since 2006 to individuals as a team who, while at the Minnesota State Fair, present workmanship, showmanship, exemplary leadership, and sportsmanship throughout the entire Minnesota State Fair. This also means the love of the breed, the love of the cattle, the love of the dairy industry. Over the years, in 2006, our first recipient was Hank and Bonnie Van Dyke, followed by Lowell Peterson. Next year was Steve and Vicki Searles, then David and Kathy Stevens. Dave Springer won in 2010, Randy and Terry Krinkle in 2011. Last year, in 2012, Steve Kuhlman, Brown Swiss, was the winner of the Elgin Award. We have a small committee that we put together to vote on who we feel shows all of these qualities. Without talking way too much, and like my father, I'd like to present the 2013 award winner of the Elgin kind of started this out as a request, and it's going to turn into a surprise. Paul and Melanie Frishy Martins. These two people are always there to lend a hand. They always present their cattle to the best of their ability. And they're always a friend. I borrowed their cheese cutter for about a year and I never got it to return, so I figured I'd give them a trophy. So in honor of the Elgin Award, I'd like to thank you for this traveling trophy to start with. And as a token, I'd like to present each and every one of you with a Elgin watch, keepsake, and I know my father will be happy and has been calling you. Round of applause for the congratulations.
Well, congratulations to Paul and Melanie Ritchie on receiving the Elgin View Award. In memory of Carl Mueller, what an honor. Ken shares with you the past recipients, and if you look into your Holstein book, on the inside front cover, you can see more details on it. So, to the Millers, thanks for the award. To the Pritchies, congratulations. We'll give you the placings now in the Jersey Junior 2-year-old class. Just completed. Catalogue number 846 and 847 were scratched. 848 was 14, 849, 11, 850 was scratched, 851 was filled, 852 and 53 are out, 854 was 12, 855 was out, 856 was 4, 57 was 7, 58, 59 were scratched, 60 was 9, 61 was 16, 62 and 63 were out, 64 was second, 65 was third, 66 was out, 67 was 13, 68 eighth, 69 was first, and the winning entry, Meadow Ridge Roosevelt Susie from Meadow Ridge Jerseys in Wisconsin, and that completes the class and the placing. Over at the Bronx West Ring, the junior 3-year-old cow class has just been completed. And in third place is Roxy M. Toby Sidney, shown by the Leslie Olson family here in Minnesota. Second place to Lost Alabama Surreal, shown by Wynwood Farms Kelly and Katie Wynn from Wynwood Farms again in Wisconsin. And first, Pit Crew Wonder Pipe, exhibited by Pit Crew Genetics. Conrad, Boss, Sonic, and Track. Congratulations.
Yes, the cow heritage top is just quality from one end to the other. Just spells worlds and worlds of dariness. Easily the best Rodeau cow we have out here. She's clean, she's angular. Clean down, eyes sharp over her shoulders, just the epitome of what a dairy cow should look like. And she uses that to her advantage over the cow in second. Another really snug over cow, not quite as clean up there through the neck. The second cow uses her little more openness of rib over the next cow. A lovely side profile cow. It just doesn't have the expanse to a rib cage that you have in the ones above it. And under that's tied on there like you like to see it. She uses that, certainly her advantage, tail setting.
I'm going to take you very, very briefly back to the Jersey Junior 2-year-old class. And folks, I think I left the third page off on the placings. If you want to go back to the bottom part of that, I'll give you 5 more placings. Catalog number 870 was scratched. 871 was 10th. 872, 17th. Added entry was 15th. And another added entry, that 15th place was from Michael Wilson and Drew and Brandon and Vicky. And in 6th place was Whitmer Farms with an added entry in 6th place. Sorry for the mix-up, but if you're marking your tab, I thought you might like it. The junior 3-year-old class, senior 2-year-old class, here third place, 2, Scientific S. Diana Ray, shown by Matthew Joseph Nunes, Scientific Holsteins, Wisconsin. Second, Transgen D. Tequila, Ray, shown by Reed, Joe Sponsky, and Cliff Oakland from Owatonna, Minnesota. And winning the class in first place was Scientific Donatella Ray, shown by the Nunes' Scientific Holsteins from Wisconsin. Also best ever, congratulations.
Well, let's give this class a nice round of applause. What a terrific bunch of cows all the way down. And what a beautiful pair to start off the class. 2 cows that might be a little bit different, and I wouldn't argue how you do it, but for me, this first cow, she was when you get behind her, she's just more mass. She's wider all the way through. She's wider at the top of the rear end. She carries that width out through the front end. Giving her first cow further advantage, she's a little bit deeper through the crease today, and I prefer the way that she has her teats placed more squarely beneath her quarters. She's a little bit harder across the top, but I'll tell you what, that red cow, she's beautiful. She's stylish, she's dairy, she's angular. She's just a little bit more cow today than our cow in third. The second place cow's a little bit more front end. She's higher at the point of withers. She's longer from the hooks to pins, just a bit more width all the way through. Our third cow, another tremendous udder cow. You love the height and width, the bloom, the fullness of the top of the rear udder. Cow with veins all over her udder. Beautiful, dairy, silky cow. Just more cow today, more length from end to end. And it's that height and width at the top of the rear. It takes her over the real clean cut dairy cow coming along in fourth. Fourth over fifth, just now she's on a mobility today. She's traveling a little bit nicer on her rear feet legs. She tracks a little bit nicer. She's a little bit cleaner down through the flatter through the hock today, but a tremendous rear udder cow coming along in fifth. And it's her overall mass and width that takes her over the clean cut silky cow here. This black cow coming along in sixth. Once again, what a tremendous group of cows in your senior 2-year-old class. Congratulations to the breeders and exhibitors.
I'll give you the senior 2-year-old placings at this time if you want to mark in your book. Senior 2-year-old cows also. 599 was 7. 600 was 8. 698 was first as best other for scientific signs. 601 was out. 602 was 6th. 603 was 5th. 605 and 604 were out, as well as 606. 607 was 9th. 608 was 3rd. 610 was 2nd. And 611 was 4th. 9 points. Senior twos have just been completed over in the Jersey ring in third place to Whitmore Jane Mylar, shown by Whitmore Farms from Wisconsin. Second to Whitmore, LA, Acadia, LA, also by Whitmore Farms, Wisconsin. And first place best up to Mylar, VR, Summer, AT, owner, Button Farms, and Peterville. Congratulations.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, another really nice class of cows, and a lot of great quality at the top of the range. A lot of these toward the top are also just recently fresh second calf. But a quite handy winner to win this class. Just a beautiful young cow there, very feminine, clean, and so extremely dairy and open. Cow that walks extremely well, but I also made this first cow best better. I think when you see her on the walk or see her from behind, she just excels over the cow in second. She uses her frame, the openness of frame, the development of frame to go over the young cow in second. Just more spring of rib, more depth of rib. She also has advantage of mammary, I think there's just a little bit more total volume all the way through than the smaller cow coming in second. Cow in second is not a big cow, but pure quality. So dairy, so feminine, so clean, and so silky. She uses that femininity up through the front end. I just like the silkiness of her hide. She shows more venation of udder, more silkiness and texture looking than the big cow coming in third. Third over fourth, I think the cow in third to me has just got more frame, more middle to her, more depth of rib to the bit, because the cow is a little nicer over the rump range, a little cleaner throughout, and just so maybe actually a little bit more volume width of udder all the way through than the cow in fourth. Fourth over fifth, I think, particularly when you see her from behind, cow in fourth to me just shows me a little bit more height of the rear udder, a little more width, and also a little more silkiness. But beautiful class all the way down the line. Congratulations, exhibitors.
Just completed the Brunswick Senior 3-year-old cows, and in third place was Jaden Parker Razzle by Hayden Noschar from Wisconsin. Second to Arthur's Elevation Sale by Arthur's Farms, David Springer, Clayton, Minnesota. And first, the Bowgren Galaxy Shenanigan, shown by Tammy Bagley from Bowgren, Swiss, here in Wisconsin. And here are the comments.
Our senior 3-year-olds, this first cow just has an absolutely incredible frame. So dairy, so clean, so sharp, so angular, just a near perfect structure to her rib cage. A cow that moves extremely well on her feet and legs. If I were going to pick out her a little bit, maybe I'd like to snub the other up for a second cow 3-year-old. Made the second cow best ever. Another one is just to be higher above the hop for this age, but a cow that isn't quite as open in her ribbon. She isn't as massive in her frame as is the cow at the top of the class. Second over third, a cow that's stronger and straighter over the top line, higher and wider, smoother in the rear udder attachment, longer, smoother in the fore udder, and teeth that are of a little more desirable shape and size.
I'm going to give you the placings now on the recent senior 2-year-old jerseys. Jersey senior 2-year-old placing, for those of you that would like. 873 was 9th, 74 was 16th, 75 was 7th, 76 was out, 77 was 4th, 78 was 2nd, 79 was the winning entry, Milo VR Summer, shown by Bud John Farms at Peterville. 880 was 13th, 881 5th, 882 3, 883 and 884 were out. 85 was 6th, 86 was 16th, 87 was 12th, 88 was 8th, 89 was 11th, 90, 91, 92 were all out. Added entry 876 was 14th for Diamond S Farms. Added entry 883 was 15th for Philip Linehan. Congratulations on the winners.
going, all right?
Placings are now in on the Jersey junior 3-year-old, and in third place is Susan Parameter Brandon, shown by the Philip Seuss family. Second to Littlebrook Socrates, shown by Littlebrook Gary and Colonel Stefan family. Third, for first and best item, Meadow Ridge, Stowe Frisky, shown by the Roger Reeve family, Meadow Ridge, Jerseys, Wisconsin. Congratulations, Mark.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, in our Jersey show ring here, I think it's just a pair of beautiful cows that worked their way to the top of the class. Two cows that are very dairy, both have beautiful udders, but our first cow is the best udder. And it's just an advantage, I think, when you battle with the two cows. Our first cow, to me, the udder is just a freckle bit higher above the hocks. When you come around to the side or to the rear, it's just a little fuller and firmer right at the top of the rear udder. It maybe has a nice curvature to that rear udder than the cow in second. Cow in second is just a tremendously dairy cow, very open, very clean and dairy. And she uses that dairiness to go over the cow in third. She just cleaned her up to the front end, more open in her rib, cleaned her down through that thigh region. And also gives a little more silkiness to the mammary system than the cow in third. Third over fourth, the cow in third is just a bigger, stronger cow. But I think when you come behind her, she also has more width to that rear udder attachment. And the width carries up a lot higher also to the top of the rear udder than the cow in fourth. Fourth over fifth, to me, just a little more silkiness, dairiness, and quality all the way through. Nice class, congratulations.
Over the Holsteins, the junior 3-year-old cows have now been completed. Our highest placing junior was Tristan Whitney Lang and C. Hill, Jasper Paisley, and pull out, just pull out a half a step there. Our highest placing junior today, and congratulations to him. In third place, and also best other, is Signal Mobile Ariana, shown by Signal Farms from Rochester, Minnesota. And second is Indian Red Carpet Tia, shown by Robert Shaw Indian Head Farms in Wisconsin. And first to Lakeland Knowledge Gemini, shown by Matthew II and Julie Duckett from Wisconsin, and congratulations.
Once again, a beautiful group of cows all the way down here. Certainly not the easiest class to line up, but for me, these first two cows here have exactly what I'm looking for. They're cows that maybe fresh a little bit longer, but certainly have that extreme dairiness all the way through. The first cow, just a week out of being a senior 2-year-old, a tremendous frame cow. You love the size and scale, the stretch all the way through, the dairiness that she has, and a cow that walks out on a tremendous set of feet and legs. For me, she's a bit harder across the top today, a little bit leveler from hooks to pins, and the beautiful udder cow come along in second. Second over third, just on how she travels. She's a little bit nicer through the hock. She steps down on a stronger, faster, and deeper heel and a shorter till, and she just walks more comfortably. This third cow, I made her best udder. A cow that's recently fresh. At times she shakes a little bit on that right leg, and she's just dragging it a little bit for me to get her any higher. After that, you love her. She's beautiful, she's dairy, she's angular, she's got all the style in the world. It's just a mobility thing for me today that has her landing in the third spot. Third over fourth, she's just more cow. She's a bit taller and longer from end to end. She's got so much more spring and openness to both the fore and rear rib. She's a longer body cow from end to end. But that fourth cow, what a tremendous rear udder cow. You love the height and width and the bloom and the fullness at the top of the rear. And that's what takes her over our fifth place cow today. Another extreme silky dairy angular clean cut cow. Our fifth cow, just a little bit more horsepower, a little bit more width through the floor of her chest. And she carries that width all the way back through. But certainly the sixth cow, another extremely dairy, beautiful milk cow. Once again, a tremendous group of cows here in your junior 3-year-old class. Congratulations.
Okay, here again we're doing the same thing we did this morning with the heifers. We have to have a grand champion of the Minnesota State Fair, intermediate, Minnesota State Fair, and then we also have to have a Minnesota intermediate champion. So the first hands I shake will be the fair. The second hands I shake will be the Minnesota shake. So first of all, nice round of applause. I'll go ahead and shake some hands, and then I'll make some comments. Senior and grand champion of the State Fair and the Minnesota Show goes to the junior 3-year-old. Just worlds of silkiness and quality. Got that beautiful highlight. Rear udder attachment followed by the senior 3. A cow that just has an incredible frame. These two are champion and reserve of the State Fair. Now, champion of the Minnesota Show is the junior 3. And the junior 2 will be the reserve. My congratulations to all of you. Tremendous group of cows.
And our intermediate champions here, intermediate champion for both the State Fair and Minnesota, comes from Hip Crew. Conrad, Boss, Sonic, and Track, Hip Crew. Reserve intermediate champion for the State Fair only is Tammy Bagley from Bull Creek, Swiss in Wisconsin. And congratulations to both. I'll give you the placings now in the junior 3-year-old Holstein class. Holstein, junior 3-year-old cows, 11 of them. Catalog 612 was first, Laidlaw Knowledge Gemini for the Ducats from Wisconsin. 613 was second. 628 was out. 616 was first junior and eighth. 615 was 10th. 617 was third and best other. 618 was out. 621 was fifth. 623 was fourth. 624 was seventh. 625 was ninth. 626 was, was ninth, and 627 was out. 632 was sixth. And that completes the senior 3-year-old placing. Over in the Jersey Junior 3-year-old cal class that was recently completed, here are the placings. 893 and 94 was scratched. 95 was sixth. 96, 97 were scratched. 98 was fourth. 99 was scratched. 900 was fifth. 901 was second. 902, 03, 04 were all scratched. 05 was third. 06 was scratched. 07 was scratched. 08 was eighth. 09 was best other first in the class for Meadow Ridge, Story Frisky, Meadow Ridge Farms, Roger Reedy, Wisconsin. 910 was scratched. 911 was ninth. 913 was an added entry. And seventh place for Diamond S Farms. The 4-year-old class in the Brown Swiss show has now been completed. 3 entries. 3rd place to Pit Crew Zeus Tiara, shown by Pit Crew Genetics. Connor Boss, Sonic, and Trap. 2nd to Pit Crew Zeus Thunder by the Pit Crew Genetics. And 1st to Pit Crew Genetics on Pit Crew Data. Congratulations.
Our 4-year-old has 3 recognized gals here. The first gal we see her from her side profile just has a little more drop than it does to her rib. Then does a reason refreshing out. And second, first gal with more width on her chest today. Probably tracks a little more directly on her rear legs. Rear udder maybe not quite as high as the second gal, but overall balance and better rhythm for the first place gal. The gal is second, a real carrier gal. Give her another month and let her drop some more rib and one goes to see the gal. And 3 exceptionally nice gals.
The real results are in and it's been finalized in the Jersey Senior 3-year-old class. 3rd place to Meadow Ridge King Kira, shown by the Roger Reedy, Meadow Ridge, Jersey, Wisconsin. 2nd to Francis Malmchera, Rock'em Rock, exhibited by Reed Stronsky, Strandhome Farms, Owatonna, Minnesota. 1st and best other to Close Glow, Minister, Cheyenne, exhibited by Greg Nelson Farms, and owned by Nelson Farms and Tony Cole. Congratulations.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the senior 3-year-old over the Jersey, just a beautiful group, top 6 in this class, exceptional cows. Some of these cows are pushing 3 calves already. Our first cow has been milking almost 10 months, and still a cow that still shows a lot of dairiness, but it comes down to her mammary. I made this cow best setter, and I think when you get her in line, you look at the first and second cow. Our first cow just has more height, more width, more volume to that rear udder catchment. See her from the side, it's just a little bit longer and snugger through that 4 udder catchment, and also shows a little more variation in the udder. I think she's also a cow that has a little bit more width all the way through than this beautiful dairy cow in second. Cow in second, you really admire for her femininity and dairiness, her length of frame, the openness of rib, and she uses that angularity to go over the cow in third. She's just a cleaner cut cow, more open rib cow, just a finer, silkier, high-neck cow than a very nice udder cow coming in third. The cow in third, you just admire her rear udder, it's very wide, it's full, and she uses that width and balance of both rear quarters to go over this extremely dairy cow coming in fourth. Cow in fourth, you admire from the side, tremendous dairy cow, very open, very dairy, just silky, beautiful side profile cow, long forward. I think I'd just like to change the rear udder a little bit here today. It just doesn't quite have the balance here. If she did, she'd be right to the top of the class. But she uses that dairiness and openness and silkiness of rib to go over another nice udder cow coming behind her. Beautiful class of cows, great cows, congratulations.
In the Jersey ring and that senior 3-year-old cow class, if you've got your catalog ready, we'll give you the placings on. 9-12 was 7. 13 and 14 were scratched, as well as 15. 13, 14, 15 all scratched. 16 scratched. 17 was 11. 18 was 10. 19 was 9. 20 was best other in first place for Close Road, Minister Cayenne, shown by Nelson Farms and Tony Coles. 921 was 6th, 922 was 5th, 923 was scratched, 924 was 4th, 25 was 8th, 26th was 2nd, 27th was 8th, and ending 28th was 3rd. That completes the placing of the Jersey senior 3-year-olds. Here with the placings on the 5-year-olds, 2 in the class. Second to Arthur's River Ellie, shown by Arthur's and Tanner Summers, James Summers, Arthur's Farms, Plato, Minnesota. First to Rose Sue Cardinal Pixie QT, shown by Ross and Sue Kleinengeier from North Dakota. And here are the comments.
Only 2 cows in this class, but certainly a real terrier cow to start the class. A cow that's absolutely calf. She's short, clean, angular, beautiful white hair on this cow. You'd like to change maybe the shape and size of the front teeth a little bit. Over the cow in second, a really well-balanced cow. A cow that's carrying a little more flesh today than you'd like to see.
Bronx was 5-year-olds, twin breeds. First to entry number 688, is owned by Ross and Sue Kleinengeier from North Dakota. 89, 90, 91, and 92 were all swatched. Entry number 93 was second for Arthur's twins, and Tanner Summers, James Summers at Plato, Minnesota. Over the Holstein show, the senior 3-year-olds now have been completed. First junior goes to Miss Jacob Sanchez Cannon, shown by Jordan Claire Van Dyke from Wisconsin, and congratulations. Third place went to Reagan Crest S. Bashia, shown by Reagan Crest Farms from Waukon, Wisconsin. Excuse me, Iowa. Reagan Crest Farms from Iowa, third place. Second went to Scientific Bacon Ray from the Nunes' Scientific Holsteins in Wisconsin. First and best daughter to Gunneray Alexander Destiny. Owned and shown by Mike and Julie Duncan from Phillipston, Wisconsin. And congratulations.
Once again, what an awesome group of cows all the way down. Tremendous milk cows, tremendous udder cows, beautiful frame cows. With all that being said, what a tremendous cow here to win the class. A cow that's got so much dairy, so much angularity, so much quality all the way through. Yet she moves out on an exceptional set of feet and legs. She's a beautiful udder cow. But it's just how she travels in her feet and legs that takes her over the big framey cow here in second. She's a bit freer in that hock today. She's a little bit cleaner all the way through the hock. And I just prefer the way her teats are placed, a little bit more square beneath her quarters. But what an awesome frame rate coming along here in second. She's all size and scale. Uphill run, tremendous length from end to end. And it's her overall strength. She's wider through the floor of her chest. She's got more forerib today. She's just a little bit more cow. She's a little bit more evenly scooped in her rear quarters. But what a quality dairy angular cow coming along here in third. And she used that advantage to go over our fourth place cow here that's not just recently fresh. She's just a little bit more cleaner all the way through about that head and neck. She's cleaner through the hips, pins, and thorough state. Our fourth cow, just like I said, recently fresh. It needs a little bit more time to get some of her body back, but what a stylish dairy angular cow, a beautiful udder cow. And she used that advantage to go over the silky cow coming along here in fifth. She's just a little bit more cow all the way through. She's a little bit more fuller in her four quarters, stays in the extreme dairy angular cow coming along in fifth. And she used that advantage to go over our cow in sixth. She's just a bit cleaner through the head and neck. Just showing me more breed character all the way through. When you get behind her, she's more dished out through the hips, pins, and thorough, and a little bit nicer down through the rear of her quarters with more definition through the seam today. But once again, a tremendous group of cows here in your senior 3-year-old class. Congratulations to all the exhibitors.
give you the placings now in the full-time senior 3-year-old class, Jessica Cleveland. 17 total. 639 was 7. 640 was 3rd. 642 was out. 643 was 6th. 673 was 4th and first junior. 644 was out. 645 was 11th. 647 out. 649 was 5th. 648 was 17th. 651 was first place. Best ever. Gary Alexander Destiny from the Ducats in Wisconsin. 653 was 8th. 652 was 16th. 655 was 10th. 654 was 12th. 656 was 14th. 657 was 2nd. 660 was 15th. 659 was 9th. 661 was 13th. And that completes the class.
Ladies and gentlemen, the jersey right here, we've got intermediate champion, and just a tremendous, before I say much more, let's just give them all a round of applause. It's been a hot day. It's been a great show so far. I pulled out a few animals here. To my right is our Malkin yearling, extremely fresh here. Tremendous frame on her, very tall, long cow with a really nice tight udder. I think a cow down the line here another month will look extremely well. We have our junior 2-year-old cow with a great frame, tall, standing, open rib, and also a gorgeous udder on her, a lot of venation, just a cow with a lot of style and balance. We have our pair of senior 2-year-olds, 2 cows that are extremely airy and open, and also great udders. Just been impressed with all the quality mammals here today. And then I pulled out this 3-year-old also, a cow that's been milking 10 months. Has just a smack-on udder, and there's a lot of great cows out here. I think you do extremely well at even higher competition. But I think if you want one to probably go the longest distance or miles, let's pull the senior 2-year-old. She's going to be our intermediate champion, and she's going to go over this young man's junior 2 for our reserve junior or intermediate champion. She has the advantage of going over the junior 2 just on dairy, as I think here today. She's just a cleaner cut, more feminine, more dairy up to the front end, a little bit cleaner bone quality.